This screencast is going to walk you through how to close out your classes for the end of the semester, and I'm also going to show you how you can set up templates to continue working on adding material or taking material out of your classes from this year so you can bring it into your classes for next year. So I'm in my Haiku page right here. I'm in my main home page, and the first thing I'm going to do is I have my Algebra 8 class that is currently open. It's active so my kids can see it. I want to select that class and I want to go ahead and make this class inactive. To do that, I click Manage Class. I scroll all the way down to the bottom and select Make Inactive. If you cannot see Make Inactive at the very bottom, use your keyboard bottom down arrow and it will give you the option to also choose Make Inactive. So we're going to make this inactive so that the kids, when they go into Haiku, they cannot see your class any longer in their Haiku page. So that, let's say, 8th graders who are going to be 9th graders next year, they don't have their 8th grade class still showing up for next year, freshman year. So I've made my class inactive, and where it goes now is when I go to my home screen, when I click on my classes up here at the top, there are going to be some options: active, inactive, and templates. This class now falls into the inactive category, and you'll notice that you'll have the school year, the NDPMA 14-15. This is your spring semester classes. If I choose the down arrow, it has 14-15. That was my fall semester classes. So that's where the classes go when you make them inactive. Let me show you though. Let's say I want to take the content from this class and I want to use it for my 8th grade math classes for next year. So what I'm going to do is walk you through how to save this so that you can use the same content this year as next year, and you can even tweak things and take things out and put things in. So to save this material and content, I click Manage Class, and I'm going to go down and select Save Class As. And when I select that, two options come up. It says you can save the class as a template or a new class. Now, they both work the same way. I recommend using a template, and the reason for that is because if you're going to be using this content over and over again in multiple classes, you can create these templates that contain all this information. When you create a new class, it's doing the similar thing. It just puts the class into an inactive category where the template puts it into a template category. So it will still do the same thing for you, but I think it's a little bit better to work with it as a template. And then I want to bring in all of my math lessons that I've created for my kids. I want to save all of that. So I'm going to select all my page content. And then it also gives you options to save your calendar events, any assignments, announcements. If you've set up a grade book, it will save that for you. Discussions, assessments, anything like that. I don't necessarily want to save all of that. You might want to save maybe calendar events. If you're going to do very similar calendar events, maybe you just want to change the date. So I'm going to deselect everything except my calendar events and my assessments. And then I choose Next. Then it goes into, they want you to save your template as having a name. So I'm just going to get rid of the S for the spring. I'm just going to call this Algebra 8. And I'm going to change the URL, have it be underscore 1516 for the 15-16 school year, because that's what I'm going to use this template for. You don't necessarily have to put a short summary, and then I'm going to click Finish. Once I click Finish, don't worry or panic. You haven't lost any information. What I'm going to do is go up to the top and refresh my page, and I'll reload it. And it's going to start bringing in my content. So now this is a template. This works kind of like Google Documents. So your original page was your original Google Doc, let's say, that you typed up. And what we did is we made a copy so that you can work on this new copy and make changes. And those changes in this template you're going to bring in with your new classes for next year, for in the fall or next spring. So here's all my content. It has saved. I have everything I need here. It has all of my units and the lessons that go with those units. Now let's say you're over summer vacation, you decide you want to work on your Haiku page. Well, to find now where we've saved this template, when I go to the home page and I click on my classes, we have our active, inactive, and templates. When I choose templates, my class is there, and it's right here, this Algebra 8 class. If you do make a template and you decide you don't want it, you can easily delete them. So that's up to you, whatever works best for you. But that's pretty much how this goes. And then next year in the fall, I'll walk you through how to bring your classes into the template or into the pages you've been working on. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help you, and feel free to email me.